though, that there's plenty of room for all the classic attacks. Parameter manipulation, SQL injection, all that stuff is still relevant. It's just a matter of getting the ability to fuzz the inputs is almost going to be the hardest part. And then once you've overcome that, you're going to be in good shape. And I think what we're going to see here is, especially with .NET 4, there's a lot more extensions to WCF that they're implementing. Same thing with Silverlight. With Silverlight 4, there's a much more rich interoperability with WCF that it supports as well. So this is something that we're going to be seeing more and more, and I think it's going to push to the browser a lot more as people start using Silverlight. And right now, Silverlight only supports really a handful of those, the binary bindings. It doesn't support any of the WS security bindings, but that's certainly expected to change down the road. So I think that's something that we'll start seeing more and more of. So we've got about 10 minutes left. I can certainly do any questions if anybody's got any. Yes? The timeout threshold that I defined was anything above 5 seconds. So that's in the code. You can tweak it. I was just doing testing on that box and found that on average they were timing out around 7 seconds. So in my code, I say if it takes longer than 5 seconds, that probably means it's closed. If it's less than 5 seconds, usually if it's open, it comes back in less than a second. So it's configurable, and that's sort of why on the screen I print out the actual response time for each. So what you can really do is, irrespective of whether the tool says closed or open, you can eyeball that response time and figure out whether it's working or not. The question was if I've considered doing other plugins for other proxies. The Fiddler one, again, there's 2 people that have written them for Fiddler, and they're both read-only. So it's my understanding that that's just a limitation of Fiddler. With Burp, I think the one that we've got out there now works pretty well. The only thing I would like to do, which is one of the things that I emailed Portswigger about, was get it so that it can do responses without chaining 2 together, and that's a limitation on his API that he actually said he's going to implement another method to allow transformation after intercept. So he told me he's going to do that probably in the next few weeks or so, and then he's going to email me a beta copy of it to test. So I think my plan is just to maybe improve on the Burp plugin out there, but I think as long as the Burp one works and Burp is free, then anybody can use it. Okay. Great. Well, thanks, everybody. If you have any questions, come up after.